such a while. You see, he never smiled. Broken home, father gone, mama tired, so is all alone. Kinda sad, kinda mad, ghetto child, thinking he's been had in the back of his.
Make sure that nobody, no corporation and no individual can get away without paying his fair share to support our country.
Mr. Trump, I want to give you the chance to respond. Sure. I just want to tell our viewers what she's referring to. The last month, taxes were the #1 issue on Facebook for the first time in the campaign. The New York Times published 3 pages of your
for tonight, where they're calling this political fight night. The last 2 debates were called personal, nasty, dark. Our own Bob Schieffer called last week's showdown in St. Louis disgraceful. The whole discussion today has been, so what will we see tonight? Because a lot has happened in the past 10 days.
In fact, Donald Trump is now down 9 points in our latest CBS News poll. No presidential candidate has made up a deficit that large this close to the election.
Strategist Frank Luntz will be watching the debate tonight with a group of voters here in the battleground state of Nevada. And we'll hear what they have to say.
Coalition in 2004, in 2000, even 2008 are staying away from Trump. And I see nothing today that's
asked. And we saw those questions for the first time this morning. Anderson and I and our team from ABC.
Meet Alcon Daly's Double One, a unique contact lens for
You bragged that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people. If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them here tonight.
He has said that the video doesn't represent who he is, but I think it's clear to anyone who heard it that it represents exactly who he is. But he never apologizes for anything to anyone. He owes our country an apology, and he needs to take responsibility for his actions and his words.
When you talk about apology, I think the one that you should really be apologizing for, and the thing that you should be apologizing for, are the 33,000 emails that you deleted and that you acid washed. And then the 2 boxes of emails and other things last week that were taken from an office and are now missing. I didn't think I'd say this, but I'm going to say it. And I hate to say it, but if I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation, because there has never been so many lies, so much deception. There has never been anything like it.
It's just not true, and so please go
you didn't delete them?
Allow her to respond, please.
Personal emails, not official.
33,000?
Not, well, we turned over 35,000, so...
What about the other 50,000?
Please allow her to respond. She didn't talk while you talked.
Relationship with her
father.
Yes, that's true. I didn't.
Who teach
And I
catechism.
didn't in the first debate, and I'm going to try not to in this debate because I'd like to get to the questions that the people have brought here tonight to talk to us about.
And get off this question.
Okay, Donald, I know you're into big diversion tonight, anything to avoid talking about your campaign and the way it's exploding and the way Republicans are leaving you. But let's at least focus on some of the issues that people care about tonight. You know,
Despite recent cutbacks in delivery hours and financial struggles, the U.S. Postal Service is an iconic organization. Here are 10 amazing facts about the U.S. Postal
Because you'd be in
Service.
jail.
Number 10. Ever wonder how many mail pieces get processed and delivered every single day? If you guessed 554 million, you were exactly right. Number 9. In one working day, mail carriers
still stand.
It's called
Well, I hope you had an
extreme
enjoyable evening.
vetting.
In hours, I said that I was sorry about the way I
iron
talked
can't
about
finish
that
this.
because
You
my
didn't forget
argument
her
is
birthday
not
when you
with
were
his
drinking.
supporters, it's with him. And with
Before
the
he
hateful and
became Mr.
divisive
E.L.
campaign that he has
Jr.
run.
We have a divided nation because people like her, and believe me, she has tremendous hate in her heart. And when she said deplorables, she meant it.
Russia has decided that it's all in Syria. And they've also decided who they want to see become president of the United States, too, and it's not me. I've stood up to Russia. I've taken on Putin and others.
She talks tough against Russia. But our nuclear program has fallen way behind, and they've gone wild with their nuclear program. Not good.
Mr. Trump, let me repeat the question. If you were president, what would you do about Syria and the humanitarian crisis in Aleppo? And I want to remind you what your running mate said. He said provocations by Russia need to be met with American strength.
Okay. He and I haven't spoken, and I disagree. I disagree.
You disagree with your running mate.
Knock out ISIS.
Would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another?
I respect his children. His children are incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald.
I will say this about Hillary. She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that. I tell it like it is. But she does fight hard, and she doesn't quit, and she doesn't give up, and I consider that to be a very good trait.
Kalender und auf Account hinzufügen. Tippen Sie auf Andere und auf Mail-Account.
Either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another.
I respect his children. His children are incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald.
I will say this about Hillary. She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that. I tell it like it is. But she does fight hard, and she doesn't quit, and she doesn't give up, and I consider that to be a very good trait.
detector test was about the situation in the prison, and me and him have dealt with that. That was after our...
Look at your little girl, look at your little boy. You love them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
But you don't think they're yours.
Just everybody just kept on, every time we were out somewhere, my family, they would just say that they're not. There's no way at all.
Amanda says she didn't cheat on you.
That's what she said.
You believe her?
A part of me wants to believe her, but the insecurities after with everything that's went on in her life, everything's just hard.
Can I tell you something? We asked her to take a lie detector test. She wouldn't do it.
Cheated on him over my twins.
Executive who headed that unit left her post in July. She plans to retire at year's end, and when all is said and done, she could reportedly be walking away with $120.
It's done. You know what's done? If I walk out here today and I get a credit card under your name without your knowledge and your consent, you know where I'm going? To jail. So instead of her being able to retire from Boca, maybe people at the DOJ should be investigated because for 5 years, 5,300 employees were allegedly involved with this, ripping off customers for 5 years. They have to pay $185 million fine, and nobody's being criminally investigated? Come on. 100 employees were allegedly involved with this, ripping off customers for 5 years. They have to pay $185 million fine, and nobody's being criminally investigated.
That touch your life. Charles Gibson and...
With the President of the United States, you are thong underwear. Where did you get the nerve? I mean, who does that?
I'm sure as you know, and everybody who has ever been in any situation where there's flirtation, it's a dance. And it's sort of one person does something and then do you meet that person and raise the stakes? And that was how our flirtation relationship was progressing. It was I know that it sort of has been highlighted in everything in this past year. And I'm not going to demonstrate for you, but I will, if you take my word for it, it was a small, subtle, flirtatious gesture. And that's me.
Was it saying, I'm available?
Well, I think it was saying, I'm interested too. I'll play.
That evening, the President invited you to see him privately. What did you say?
Well, when I first found myself alone with him, I was very nervous. And we were having small talk, and I remember thinking to myself, okay, well, this is it. If this is going to happen, I mean, maybe you should let him know you're interested. So I blurted out, you know, I have a crush on you. And that was his cue, I guess, that it was okay for him to proceed in what he wanted.